off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down gets him a couple up to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Let's go. You tighten up. Check 37. Check 37. 36. 36. Topper.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Jackson. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 24, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
the last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Shift.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go. Shoot.
Here's Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hill in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Fletcher Cox with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Solid. Watch out.
On 1st down, Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hatchet. Check 4. Shit. Hey, Bunt. Slam. Check. Kill.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dylan Mitchell, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Saints nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, here's Hill. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hill escaping the pressure right. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Break. Hey, D66, pull it high. Check, check. Frag down, frag down, frag down. Hey, exit.
Play fake. Hill. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
5-9, 5-9. I can't believe they even let you play. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Lion. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Throwing now is Wentz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check 56. You. Check 50, check 50. Check 3, check 3. Pick the edge.
From the 45 on second down, Wentz completes it to the fullback hand. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run with Howard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On second down now. It's Sanders, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run. It's Sanders. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 10, Hill again, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Play action. It's Hill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. With it is Jackson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hill. It's caught by Sanders. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Hill throwing once more. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Set, 15-1. 51. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. Being chased out left. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Sunday. Tighten up. Great 15. Great 15.
The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. 180. 56. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch it.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Focus, defense, focus. 4 Tokyo. 56 to Mike.
Now Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Check, check. Lucky. Check it back.
Another run with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They're not ready for this. They still...
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
On first down, Sanders. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Waiting. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Kill.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. But that's complete to Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go. Lefty. 180. Check. Hot route. Hot. Kill. Hey, stack. Hey, 74.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They go with Howard again. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll set up the screen to Howard. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Hill on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A throw over the middle, taken in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Hill. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Smoke! 36, line, look at me, zipper!
Watch 36, 36 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Hey, Delta!
Mike, 36. Mike, 36. Hey.
So here we go on fourth. Hill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down now, it's Howard. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Switch.
Here's Hill. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Target. Hey, switch gears.
It's Hill. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Go out. Check 43. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist. Check 9. Check 9. Hey, watch edge. Watch edge.
They snap it on 4th to Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Michael, go. 180. Not today, you are. Not today. Jam. Watch twist. Watch twist. Out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Saints 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Brown gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. There's Hill, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set. 120.
159. All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Kill.
Back. Wide. Get wide.
On 1st down, Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will extend this big lead.
37, Saints 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mikel Roby-Coleman.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Go. 280.
Check, 47. Bandit. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Ready? 36 to Mike. Who that? Mike 36. Mike 36.
One last throw here for Hill. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory.
Here we go.
They said beginning of the season they wanted